Hello.
Say hi. Who is
Hi,
it?
Eli.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Nathan's here too. Geez. Yeah, you had to bring him along, didn't you?
All right, you ready to go play with mom?
Well, hello. How was your day?
All right, I'm gonna go hand him off to Victoria because he's just whispering today. So
Okay.
I'll be right back, buddy. Okay, say bye-bye. Say bye, Josh.
Bye.
Why are we doing ASMR today? What's going on?
Oh man,
Open it
Keith
for
isn't
me.
here today for me to talk behind Nathan's back. So this
Oh,
is
what
just for
else
the
did we?
audience. I don't know. What do we talk about Nathan behind his back about? Hmm. Hmm. Comment below and we'll do it next time. Oh, he's back. Okay.
All right, what did I miss?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
All right, cool. All right.
Yep. So, and then there were two.
Yeah, we went from having four people this week with a very special guest to unfortunate scheduling conflicts and an upset tummy. And there's just two left standing.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've been described as special before, so
Oh, yeah. Well, then we're good.
yeah. Oh, I also am the host today, so I will be hosting you on our podcast.
Oh, this is awesome. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, just it's always good whenever you're around to drop in on one of these. Always a pleasure to see you. Um, when you
Yeah.
can open up your schedule, jump in on one of these.
Yeah, I moved some stuff around, but making it happen for sure.
Yeah, appreciate you.
For you, anything.
Stop it.
I can't.
Okay, so welcome to Hexproof from Ward. We are on episode 34, I believe. Is that correct?
I
34
believe so.
already. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I'm hosting today, and today's topic, do we want to just get into it? Is there any net magic news? Because I'm pretty excited about this topic.
Um, no, I mean the only news is we were kind of sort of right about the drop. It's gonna be um Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we're going back to the plane of New York City. Um, it took, close to a little over 20 years or close to 20 years to get back to Lorwyn, and it took a couple months to get back to New York City. So, um,
Ba ba
cheers to
ba
that.
da dum. Did we get to monetize?
We're not close. I appreciate all 10 of you that tune in every week and the handful of others that also tune in every once in a while. You're awesome. I
Yeah, no,
absolutely love you.
sincerely, it's as someone who used to do stand-up comedy, like having performing for 10 people who uh really respond well is uh just as fun. But
Exactly.
yeah.
I feel like you get better feedback that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's dive in.
Okay. So, our topic today is secret illegal commander strategies.
Mm.
These are these are these are being theorized, okay? and
Okay.
I need your feedback on these. These There are social experiments. I do not recommend you do any of these to your friends. It's not nice. You should, or at least inform them that they are being experimented upon because that might be a crime. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer, but we are going to be discussing forbidden commander strategies. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay. Four. Our number one is quite fitting. When to time your pee breaks in a game of Commander. If
Ooh.
if you are going to, if your opponent has a good board across from you,
Yeah.
if do if you time your pee break for their strongest board set, there's a chance that they might not want to necessarily wait for you to declare attackers, and then just by uh, nature's call, you save yourself from getting crater hoofed to death. So, what do you think? Is there any merit to that one?
Um, I I am sure I've seen this happen before. Um, there are times where I know that I'm dead on board and I'm like I know like I'm gonna get killed, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll see you later. And then sometimes I come back and I'm still alive. But most of the time when I do that, everyone stops the game and waits for people to come back. I think this strategy works a little bit better if you take a little bit more time in the bathroom. Just say, "Man, my stomach hurts," and then people might move on a little bit without you, and then let it go all the way around. The best time to take a pee break, I think, if you're feeling a little anxious or you're feeling like it might save you, would be right after your turn. If there's still four people at the table, it gives you the most amount of time to go and think about what you just did, and also um, everybody at the table can get their turns in. Um, but if you don't want to be accused of using this strategy for nefarious reasons, um, Nefary, Teferi, protect yourself. Um, make your board go away for a turn, and then nobody can say you did it for a weird reason.
Also, just stay super hydrated. Drink plenty of water, just like Nathan is right now.
Yeah,
So then it's legitimate. So you nature happens, and sometimes it will people will swing suboptimally because you're not at the table doing
yeah.
something that everyone needs to do.
I've got
So,
I started a new antibiotic. That's one of the side effects that I've found so far is cramping at all times, and it's not been great. Um, so I've been trying to drink as much water as I can, along with like liquid IVs and stuff like that, to
mhm.
try and keep everything lubricated. So I apologize if I'm slugging a little too much water this time. We are trying our new strategy of having everyone being shown all the time, so you get to freeze frame me drinking water as many times as you want. Make it into a meme. It'll be awesome. All right, what else you got, Josh?
Okay. So, kind of doing a little segue from the beverage strategy and having to use the bathroom all the time.
Hmm.
Uh, I introduce what is the best snack to keep people from stealing your cards?
Oh,
Yeah. I feel like the default is like anything sort of uh like
uh,
strategic gaming snacks. You're gonna have like your you might have if you have something that's like a hot wing or something like that, you're not gonna be playing that while playing Magic. And if you do, you have a designated dirty hand and a designated clean hand.
right.
Uh so uh what if you bring like a decoy deck and then like so you can like a deck you don't really care about. It's just like a bunch of commons. It's just they just dirty them
Hmm.
up, and then you don't want to steal any of my gross.
Yeah.
Awesome. bonus points if you do so unsleeved.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. It's pretty crazy. Um, I think the only way I'd be down with grubber hands on my cards is if I'm using like a proxy deck or something like that. Because they're not going to be sleeved or anything. Um, hmm. I
Wait,
think it
no,
would
it's like
depend. What?
yeah.
Go ahead.
It's like you don't want to like what would you ha be eating to make sure that no one is looking at your side for stealing your cards exactly.
Hmm. I don't know. You've got you've got Doritos that have a lot of dust on them. Cheetos, same thing. Um, flavor blasted goldfish.
Mm,
Um, you've got any kind of like wing, like you were saying, pizza, anything greasy. Strips of bacon.
mhm.
Um, just black olives still in the juice.
Uh,
Um,
oh,
pickles. Pickles are right there.
pickles. Maybe just like sticking your fingies into the peanut butter and pulling them out and just kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
feel that.
especially if Sam's at the table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's hey, that's particularly a nefarious option is to consume a food that your opponent is deathly allergic to keep them from being able to uh even look at your board state. So that's also that one feels like the most illegal so far is like deploying a biological agent that your opponent cannot tolerate systemically.
You wanted to talk about weird strategies and secret illegal strategies. So, I mean, closing somebody's throat cavity is probably pretty high up there.
And you thought poison was bad, or wait till you see. No commander damage required. No 21
Mm.
damage. No 10 poison damage. Nope. Just uh,
Have you noticed that we've never seen Sam play a deck with any squirrels in it?
I wouldn't take the chance if I was him.
I I
Just
know.
second hand. Can't risk it.
All those scratch and sniff cards. It's too crazy.
Hmm. Okay. Then on to the third one is complimenting your opponent's cards. It's like,
Okay.
oh, I love that treatment of that uh, elvish mystic. Just,
Mm.
but then you work your way up and just build. I don't know why I said elvish mystic. I need to think of something scary like uh, Utvara Hellkite. That's such a cool Utvara Hellkite. That's just complimented, and then people might not spend the their attack on you because you're nice and you complimented their cards. You made them feel good about themselves. Why would they hurt someone who made them feel good about themselves?
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice secret layer treatments that have come out for scary cards, whether that be um, the Dragon, or like the Dragon, or some of those other
Oh,
big
did you hear
cards.
that? Yeah, that Dragon Shield has Dragon sleeves
Ooh, I have
for
not.
the different Dragon treatments.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, so you
Uh,
can Dragon along. But
yeah.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think when you build up somebody a little bit, they might get along with you a little bit more. It's a little harder with your regular play group, but um, I've found the more you can connect with new people when you're playing at tables, like at when we were doing Commander and cocktails and stuff like that, we made sure to split up and not play with each other. Um, so the more you kind of make a connection with people, the more easy it is to make sure that they're not targeting you until later in the game, is what I found.
yeah.
Um, but you have to also not target them unless
And
um,
then
yeah.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then kind of going off of that, like deploying this in like new groups is probably most effective because
Hmm.
if I did that to you, you know I'm full of shit and you will attack me anyway. But a stranger doesn't know I'm full of shit, so then
Yeah.
they they might not make the appropriate, most effective swing. So,
Well, and it's, I mean, not that I've played every one of your decks or against every one of your decks, but I know how good you are at building, and I can kind of think about what is probably in a deck that I haven't seen of yours. So, and vice versa, you can do the same for me. So, even if we are playing together, it kind of gives us a benefit over two other people that don't know us that are playing against us because we just kind of are brand new people to them. Um, and that's where two-headed giant can be fun. But if you're still just playing a regular game of Commander, you gotta think about who you're playing against, and that's where it comes. People with like uh, encyclopedia type knowledge of Magic, knowing how decks are built and like archetypes behind certain color uh, patterns and situations and who the commander is and um, even after a couple of turns they might know how your deck's built, so all of these strategies you kind of want to start working on them and see how they work on top of how your deck's working because you'll get a feel for it kind of quick usually, unless it's somebody that's kind of, I don't know, newer at the game maybe.
and also if you are newer at the game, I do, and you kind of want to get a feel for different archetypes and stuff like that. Listening through our build series and kind of like listening to different colors and see like, oh, this combination of colors wound up making this sort of deck, and this combination of colors wound up doing this one. So like the mono blue decks were drawing a whole bunch. The green stuff got a lot of creature value, and the blue and green decks do everything they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, but then kind of that also discussing like your friends and knowing each other's decks kind of goes into my next strategy is to not have friends.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
yep. So this is if you go to play with like a new group of people and you bring a friend, it's like you and a friend and these new group of people, and then people don't want other people to get mad at them. They want we want people to like us, so especially new people, so we don't want them to think anything bad of us or think that we're mean or anything. So we tend to attack our friends who we already know. I think that's a default.
Hmm.
Like if you bring your significant other to the table, uh, they might attack you because they don't know anyone else, and
Hmm.
then stuff like that. So that's a trend I've seen. So I don't have friends, don't have significant others. They'll just get in your way of being a more competitive Magic the Gathering player.
Yeah, I would say uh the best thing to do, and this is what we do when we go to like Magicons and stuff like that, when we're all four together or six or however many people in our group come. But what we do is kind of goldfish before the hall opens, or we get together and play a couple games before the day starts, and then kind of just go your own separate way. Because it's one thing to see how your deck works with your friends, but your deck really gets moving when you're playing against three people because no matter how close you are to somebody, they might not play you as hard as other people will play you, or you know it's just it's different when you're playing with three new people. So that's what we do. We always go and goldfish, like that's what we did before Chicago. Went goldfished a little bit before the hall opened or after the cattle lines were all the way through, and then went in, split up, played, came back together, did some exhibits together, split up again, played some more, and then got back together at the end of the day, talked about how the day was going while we were playing a game together. So it's just, it's fun. That's why I like going with friends and then kind of splitting up and seeing what we can all find separately. Because then the next day, if Josh went and did something at one exhibit and I didn't do it, but he's like, man, you need to check this out. then I'll go check it out the next day. That's why it's awesome to have multiple people with you because you can all experience the halls and things like that and kind of just have a good time and live vicariously through each other while also not being tied to one another at all times.
Yeah. And it's yeah, just kind of figuring out the timings of things. Also like figuring out the timing of my next illegal strategy,
Okay.
which is timing your fetches for
Mm,
strategy, like
okay.
psychological strategy.
Hmm.
Like it's like I know you're about to swing on me, but I'm still like searching my deck for like this land. I don't uh I math is for blockers and I'm too busy looking for my land that this applies to. So I like is like I cracked my evolving wilds and past. I know like there's 10 islands in this deck, but I just can't seem to find one. And so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually with that kind of stuff, it's kind of most of the time you'll say, okay, I'm gonna crack this and pass. And then um half the time, if somebody's taken a long time to get through their deck like that, they're trying to remember what cards are in their deck, what answers they have, how many lands they have left, things like that. Um, the people who really are that I keep an eye on more are the people that are like, oh, here's the land, and immediately pick it and set it down and shuffle, and they're ready to go. It's like, oh, okay. Either they are really on top of it right now, one, they really know their deck, like they've absolutely memorized it, or three, they really are just here to freaking whatever happens happens, heart of the cards type stuff. Um, but yeah, you got to keep an eye on people when they're doing that kind of stuff, and also make sure because this has happened before where this is a little bit different, but I'm gonna attack and then not declaring all of your attackers all at the same time. Like people who will declare attackers and point some at Josh and then wait to see how he goes and then also be like, oh yeah, and also this one and this one. And then this one's gonna go at Keith. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, and also I think it's some of it. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think it's more of a new player thing, where they might
Hmm.
even just be like compartmentalizing. Oh, I'm attacking this person. That's how this is going down. I'm attacking this person. This is how this is going down. I'm attacking this
Yeah.
person. This is going down. The concept of everything's kind of happening at once, and then it resolves turn order. And
Hmm.
so you have to do everything put, and then like respond and
Yeah.
close the loop. It's kind of a different thing to, I think, for people to like get their head around, especially if they're new. So the phase is a phase. You do it all in a swoop, and you resolve it all in a swoop.
Yeah,
So
you got to be careful about long pauses
yep.
during a phase because if you send it all at Josh and then take a little bit, a while, people are probably thinking, oh, okay, they're just attacking Josh for this amount and I'm okay. And then it'll throw them off if 2 minutes later you're like, and also going that
Mhm.
way. It's like you can't do that. Uh, how do you feel about the strategy of, is it okay if I throw in a strategy real quick?
Sure.
How do you feel about the strategy of putting things on your board that are threats as like a stay away from me or this could really blow up in your face, kind of like a Nevinrall's disc or any kind of ticking time bomb that you can kind of set off at any time that you want to if somebody does something. It's a threat, but is it really a threat? Are you gonna use it?
So so that is a legitimate strategy, and I think that's just kind of part of Commander to uh, be able to because you have to essentially control three people in some capacity and to have the nuclear codes uh,
Mhm.
and then it really kind of depends on the deck that you're playing against too, because a board wipe isn't going to affect every deck equally. The Golgari deck is like, oh no, my graveyard's all full. Whatever shall I do? But the uh, mono white deck might have a harder time uh, trudging through there to get things out. So,
Very true. Yeah.
but.
Okay.
Mhm. Then also legitimate uses of like fetches and stuff as combat tricks would be just like landfall buffers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah.
not talking legitimate, we're talking
Illegitimate.
illegal, illegal Lego building techniques.
Yes. Using super glue, things like that.
Yes. Then the next one, uh, you can deploy this at any time for a distraction, essentially like the ninja's smoke bomb, the look, a distraction. It is just knock your deck over.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's
hmm
a good one.
This.
Or like at certain people's houses, if you're at a house and they have really nice windows and you can see out of them. It's
hmm
like, look over there, look at that goose. Or you know, man, I think a giant fish just jumped out of that pond over there. Or I think that one kid just pushed that other kid into the pond. Lot of pond things. A lot of pondering. Um, but yeah, I think that's a legitimate thing. Definitely illegal to knock your deck over.
hmm
Um, because what if it doesn't get put back in the same order that it was in before, and you kind of just got to shuffle your deck a little bit? Um, yeah, I would say that's definitely illegal. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't made that happen. It does happen a lot with certain brand new sleeves, and you kind of can't help it.
hmm
Um, but yeah, just straight up knocking it over is kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's a legal maneuver. You can, but uh, you have everyone distracted. You can regroup. You can reorganize. Absolutely illegal. Don't do it. You can uh, like the anti cards. uh, just sneak one of those into your deck while it was on the ground. Then you're like, oh no, now we're playing competitive, and I have this anti card in my deck. It
Hmm.
was there the whole time, so we now have to gamble, which is uh, as Magic the Gathering players, we hate gambling, so
Hmm.
we can't condone that at all. So
Not at all.
yeah, so and then uh yeah, so then any legitimate just uh so I'm gonna before we go into the last some of the last ones
Hmm.
just mentioning just the legitimacy of like table talk and politicking.
Hmm.
Yes. So do you consider yourself much of a political player whenever you're playing Commander?
It depends on what deck I'm playing, what my life total is, who I'm playing against, and what decks they have. If I'm playing a deck that I think, there's a good chance that I'll be able to find an answer in the next couple of turns, and somebody's got me dead in the next couple of turns, I'll try and be like, hey man, if you don't kill me in these next couple turns, I'll do X. I won't attack you for the next couple turns, or I'll leave you alone, or I'll help you out, or things like that. If I'm playing against decks that I know are going to pop off in the next couple of turns, I'll try and do the same exact thing. Hey man, if you don't destroy me, I will XYZ. Um, it just kind of depends. If I know I'm dead on board though, I'll just sit there. I know I'm dead on board. Um, I don't try and politic too much just because I don't I get that you're trying to control or talk with the other people at the table, but I also want to see what their decks do. So I already know what my deck can do, and if I feel like I can't get it to do what I'm trying to get it to do, and I'm not going to be able to make it there, there's no point in trying to elongate my time at the table. when I can go get a drink or get a snack or stand up and stretch a little bit if it's been a long game. There's no point in doing that. Um, if they're brand new at the table, I'll have some table talk to kind of just help them figure stuff out. Like if they're playing against a commander that they've never seen before, just kind of trying to help them realize some cards that might be in the deck if I don't know what the deck is, or if I know what the deck is, then being like, hey, this, and this are kind of bigger threats, so maybe you don't want to, you know, throw away your tokens right now because you're going to need them for blockers here in a minute because it's about to get crazy. Um,
Yeah, it makes me
yeah,
think of the meme that it was like the I've seen it repurposed for various cards, but it's the it'll be like this big scary creature and the guy will be like "Pff, whatever, and then it'll be like the next one will be like the city pigeon and he's like I fear.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
just like we'll recognize like combo pieces because we've been playing for a while, and then like you see like a Thornbite staff, you know, oh that's gonna untap something forever. You see uh intruder alarm, you know that combos off with a ham sandwich, so you gotta
yeah.
like think
Peregrine Drake, things like
pair.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you start to see some things and you're like, let's get adjust accordingly. But then like new players, they don't. They're like, why do I care about that Drake? The other person has like a freaking Eldrazi, and you're like, nope, that Drake will kill you faster than the Eldrazi. I know it's
yeah.
hard to believe, but it will.
Yeah, there's also talking people down from, if you attack them or I attack them or somebody else attack them, if they're new, those players will take it the wrong way and just like go all out at the other person, and it's like, okay, that's not the best idea right now. You know, you
I
may
feel
want
like
to go
I
ahead.
feel like I feel like new players actually tend to be a little too protective of their creatures and
Hmm.
like because if you play other games, like if you play chess, if you like lose pieces, you're not really getting pieces back. If
Hmm.
and it's like that in a lot of games, but like Magic, your creatures are a resource to be spent. They're going to die. You have creatures and you have ways to make creatures tokens. Like your board state is you should like play like Zap Brannigan. Like some of you will about to die, or some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. That your Zap or Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Some
like
of
Zap.
you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was Lord Farquaad. I feel like Zap Brannigan would absolutely say something like that on Futurama as
Oh,
well. But
100% he
yeah,
would.
so
Yes. Yeah. That's on
that's
brand for him as well.
yeah, they have the same skirt, so I got confused.
Yeah. No, totally understandable. Same leg definition as well.
Mhm. Yeah, then. Uh, but yeah, I think politics wise is important. I think it is important to the game. It can be like a subtle way of like teaching new people. Also, if you I like building social decks. If the group doesn't like to play against them, I can always choose different things. But I do like to even do instead of just like big sweeping value plays, just like tiny value plays here and there that kind of add up towards the end of the game. So just little stuff like that. But enough of legitimate strategies. Do we want more illegal ones?
Uh, yeah.
Okay.
I guess an illegal one would be, yeah, go ahead and let me see what's in your hand. Don't show anybody else, but let's talk through what we should do. If you're not playing two-headed giant, you can't do that. If you're not playing emperor, you can't do that.
You
Um,
can can you not say tell people what's in your hand?
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Oh, well,
I feel like I don't know.
I feel like sometimes it's helpful. Yeah, but like, hey, I got this. I got a counter spell right here if you try to blow up the board. So don't think about or like I don't know, like the again, like you were talking earlier about the Nevin Rolls disc, like having like the nuclear option, letting people know that you are not afraid to shut their thing down or
Hmm.
you have like I have one Doom Blade. I don't care where it goes, but
Well, I'm
if you
talking
attack,
I'm talking more of like, hey Josh, look at my hand real quick, and then not showing anybody else what's going on and being like, hey, can you like basically letting somebody else run your turn for you because you don't know what to do. It's different if you were eliminated from the table, I
Mhm.
think. Um,
Yeah.
kind of, and even that can get a little sticky of asking other people to basically play your turn for you. Um, I
So
don't know.
I think
I'll give you $100 if you don't kill me, I guess. That would be like a weird,
bribery,
yeah, bribery is a little weird.
real world bribery. Um,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Anytime you kind of bring like things from outside the game to part of the game is when it gets to be illegal. So yeah, just like the
yeah,
uh like uh yeah, I'll bring you the beer if you don't attack me and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, so anytime you're bringing anything outside the game, because like in Commander, you're not allowed to play with cards outside the game like you can in other formats. But
Hmm.
then then playing with objects from outside the game also illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's contraband.
What about cards that say uh you can bring in any card from your collection to play? That's not an unset card.
Yep, so that's illegal in Commander. So talk about your play group ahead of time. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. There's no cards that are you're not allowed to play. That's even like sorry, I had two thoughts at the same time. Do you remember the mechanic Learn from Strixhaven
Yeah.
where you could take a lesson and then put that into your hand from your lesson book?
Yeah.
Well, you could not do that in Commander because you can't pull it from that resource pile from outside the game itself.
Really?
Yep. And then that's why learn in Commander is just rummaging because you like discarded a card and draw a card.
Huh. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a couple of cards that aren't marked as illegal that have you bring a card in from outside the game. So that's interesting.
Absolutely illegal. There's those if they say they are illegal, they're uh forgeries. The lot of them.
I just know that I've made a deck before and it wasn't marked as unplayable
So
for having a. Hmm.
maybe
I'll have
you're
to check on that later.
yep. Maybe you're already playing more illegal than you think you are.
Ooh.
It's like I'm a criminal and I didn't know it. Uh, uh, anyway, on to more dastardly uh, strategies that are a nuclear option uh, that can get you out of any game. Uh,
Hmm.
just have a friend call you and then say that you have to leave, like you're getting out of a bad date.
Hmm.
Yep, just
Yeah.
be like, oh man, I wish I could stay uh, and see how your combo decks, your artifact storm deck resolves that uh, Aether Helix, but the one that you pay 50 life and deal 50 damage, or like those artifact storm decks for those payouts. You're like, yeah, I'd really love to see how Joyride gets that done in the next 3 hours, but I got this call, and man, I just, it's my buddy and his truck, and you know how that goes. But yeah, so yeah, just like it's a bad date to
Yeah.
get out of watching someone take a 3 hour storm turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes, if I'm playing a deck that does take that long to do one turn, I will just scoop and leave. Instead of using like illegal ways to leave, I'll just leave because I was playing a commander night at a LGS that I haven't gone to in a minute. I need to go back, but they're changing locations. Um, and there was a guy who had like a complete proxy deck, which I'm okay with proxies. But when you have like the highest level proxy competitive deck and you're playing a commander night at an LGS that's supposed to be just people getting together and having fun, and it's one of those that like every turn takes 20 minutes plus because you're doing just a ridiculous amount of stuff, you're gonna make people not want to play with you. And uh, that's literally what happened. So don't don't be that guy or girl or person or whatever.
Mhm.
Just heads up.
Yeah. And then if yeah, it all goes down to rule zero. Just like be honest with your bracket level. Like the bracket, I love the brackets. I do think that they are a huge help in like giving some guidance to uh having people play more even decks. It's not perfect, but I do sincerely like it. It's so much better than everyone saying that their deck is a seven. If a precon's a five, then mine's a seven. It's so much better than that old system. So, uh, but yeah, just rule zero it out. Let them know, be honest with like what your deck's trying to do, and if people aren't okay with you solitaring for 20 minutes, just uh, play something else.
Yeah, and I think that's what the issue was. It was kind of like a, hey, I have a proxy deck. Are you guys okay if I play this? We're like, yeah, if it's, just kind of everybody else's level, yeah, it is. And then the game started and we were just like, oh, that was not true at all. And then the
Yeah.
turns got longer and it was just like okay, all right. And then you go and play somebody else. I found the card that I was thinking about, Josh,
Mhm.
that lets you bring in a card from outside. Glittering Wish. I have it
Illegal.
in one of my decks. See,
Yep.
it's not marked as illegal though. That's crazy.
Yeah, let me double check real quick. Uh looking.
We're looking.
We're looking.
It says legal in Commander
Glittering Wish.
on Scryfall. It says it's legal in Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Oathbreaker, and Penny.
But who's
Oh.
oh, can you see me? Okay.
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Yeah, so my for whatever reason my big internet's slower than my tiny internet. So
Yeah, sometimes you have that. Big internets is always trying to push down the smaller
so
internets.
Glittering Wish, you may reveal a multicolored card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. Exile Glittering Wish. Is
Uh-oh.
hmm,
See, I knew I wasn't illegal. Because if it was illegal, when you go to make the deck on Moxfield, it would say in your deck that your deck wasn't legal. But what I do is I have like 5 or 6 random cards that I have in my deck box for that deck, and then I only choose from those 5 or 6 cards. So
okay, so wishes so according to 12 years ago on Reddit, so I don't even know if this is true or not, but like uh the consensus was wishes let you search your sideboard per the current rules. So unless your play group are allowed sideboards in your commander deck, Glittering Wish actually doesn't do much. So I don't know if that again that's 12 years ago. That might have changed. That's I always just thought you couldn't. So I might be misinforming people, which also might be illegal for a commander to misinform people.
I would say that is illegal to tell somebody the wrong information. You didn't do that on purpose, but there are people that will try and be like, "Well, you can't do that." And if somebody's at the table and doesn't know the rules, they might think, "Oh shoot, I can't do that. Okay, I won't do that." Or um I'm gonna do this when they actually can't do that. But if you don't know what's going on, then you might think, oh shoot, man, they pulled that out of nowhere because they did.
And also
So
there's only like thousands of rules to Magic, like in weird
yeah,
interactions with unique pieces.
yeah.
So a lot of times, it's people aren't always doing that on purpose. I built a Taigam uh, Master Opportunist
Hmm.
deck recently that suspends things. So essentially, you cast a spell. Whenever he has flurry, so when you cast your second spell, you essentially just exile that spell and you put a copy of that spell into play, and then you put the original spell into exile with 4 time counters on it. And then I have means of copying spells and casting spells from exiles and benefits from stuff like that. And you best believe that it got really confusing with like various interactions, like how would this work with Cascade? How would this work with this? How would this work with that? So even
Hmm.
I built like something to be silly, goofy, and have value engine, and then like it became quickly became a logistical nightmare. So.
Yeah.
So I can't wait
Yeah.
to play with my logistical nightmare deck.
It'd be funny if all the creatures were nightmares.
Yes. My I will deploy all of these strategies while playing my logistical nightmare deck.
Yeah, you'd need a. I feel like Dwight Schrute would be a fun logistical nightmare commander.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the uh the only way I would play that would be if an absolute just obnoxious deck. I don't even want to talk about it. That'd be
yeah,
that's it hurts. If it's your thing, go enjoy your thing. But real like new going to New York twice and getting like real world people is always just gonna be like to me at least. But
he's
I'm
from
not the young people
Scranton.
young. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
All
do.
right.
I do like high fantasy. I feel like is uh where to land. Like
How do you feel
but
about like the Dark Crystal?
Dark Crystal would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dark Crystal, great,
I think
wonderful.
Muppets would be fun
You know,
because they're.
uh,
I mean, they're not humans.
yeah.
They're different creatures. It could be a good time.
If there was a Muppet set, I feel like they'd have to do like what they do in uh Muppet movies where almost every character is a Muppet except for like 3 that are just like normal humans, but no one addresses that they're just normal humans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like
Which could be the Planeswalkers. Be perfect.
yeah.
I feel
Well,
like I feel like Tezrit could turn everyone into a puppet at some point if he
oh,
wanted to.
absolutely. Yeah.
Or or like oh man, what's her name? Ashiok could like get into everybody's heads and make them think they're all Muppets. And I mean,
Oh,
I gotta
you know,
stop giving away my secrets because they're gonna get taken and used
yeah.
and um
Yeah.
use them if you want.
I don't know Ashiok. I need to look into Ashiok in the storyline. I don't know if they're still alive or not, but them just
Yeah, I
having
can't remember what happened after the second time.
but them just causing nightmares might be a good way to make every universes beyond canonical because it all happened in a dream. It's like these characters, our world, like the world of Magic the Gathering, these characters dreamed of a realm called New York City where
Mhm.
turtles and superheroes fight each other. And then they woke up from that dream and it wasn't real, but now it's
Now
the
it's canon. Yeah. Uh-oh, Josh, we lost you. Josh is frozen. Um, while Josh is frozen, um, we'll go ahead and did anybody out there get lucky on landing any secret layers from the big spooky secret lair super drop? If so, congratulations. Um, I know Sam was trying to grab some. I was trying to grab a couple. Sam was waiting in line for me, because I was at work. Um, and then while he was waiting, stuff was selling out. Um, we lost Josh altogether. Um, so that was a bummer. Uh, but if you picked up any secret layers, let us know which secret layers you picked up and what decks you're gonna put those cards into. Um, that'd be super cool. Um, yeah. And just like that, here comes Josh. He's coming back. Maybe if I can learn how to click my mouse. Um, so yeah, just let us know and we'll get back with you. What's up, Josh?
Hey,
You have to take a
speaking
pee
of,
break?
yes, I timed it strategically for the middle of my own monologue.
Perfect. It worked out great.
Yeah,
We were talking about secret layers, and if anybody got lucky picking up a secret layer, to let us know what secret layer they picked up and what decks they're going to build with those new secret layer cards. So,
yep. I still
what
think I'm
we
gonna
talked
pick up
about.
the play. I think I will pick up the Play-Doh one actually. It goes to a good cause, and
It's a
so
great cause, yes.
yeah, yeah. So, uh,
We'll throw a link to that back in the description of this one too. So,
yep.
if you I'll throw it down here at the bottom of the screen right now, and then you can check it out.
Mhm. Yeah. So overall, what do you think about my illegal commander strategies?
I think they're really good. You forgot one,
What did I forget?
the table flip. Um,
Classic.
yeah, instead of just knocking over just your deck, you knock over everyone's deck, ruin the board state. Um, you might not get invited back after that.
Oh, you're
Um,
not,
yeah,
and yeah, there's no way. Unless the table's big enough that you flipping it is impressive.
yeah. Or
Uh,
if you flip the table and it lands exactly like it was before, with all the cards exactly where they were before, that's called magic. That's bringing magic to the table at another
yeah.
level.
So bringing
Um,
magic to magic, very illegal.
yeah,
Like that sleight of hand, little tricks like that,
yeah,
illegal. You do you, do you pass priority and then you go like 1,000 foot
yeah,
scarf out of your mouth? Illegal.
yeah, yeah. I would say you can't do that kind of stuff. Or keeping cards up your sleeves. That's
Mhm,
another kind of like sleight of hand type magic stuff.
mhm.
Can't do that either.
Or
Um,
or throwing cards and having them explode like Gambit, also illegal.
yeah. Or like that one guy from that one shop that's doing the guess the card, win the cards. Doing that and then somebody getting it and you being like, actually, no, it wasn't this card. Never seen that
Really.
happen, but I'd say that's illegal. Um, yeah,
Like and like, was this your card? Signed. Uh,
yeah.
was this your was this your uh, uh was
Oh
this
no,
your
we're losing Josh again. Oh boy. Oh no, we lost Josh again. Um, okay. Um, how does everybody feel about playing with cards that are signed? Because technically, cards that have any kind of writing on them, things of that nature, aren't legal to play with in your deck. Um, so that's another like illegal thing. I guess if Josh comes back, I'll pick his brain and see what he says about that. Um, next week, I don't know what we're gonna be up to. It'll be another one of these kind of episodes where they're set up and we just have some stuff going on. Josh is back. Um, so yeah, so I was just talking to everyone about how do you feel about people that technically this is illegal? We haven't talked about this because you talked about signing a card, but cards with writing on them are illegal. to have in your deck. How do you feel about that? It's not really a strategy, I guess. It's just a
I mean, they revealed like the Ninja Turtles promo to replicate signing over the text of the card. I think that's going to be pretty lax on account of their printing products doing the exact thing that they said you're not supposed to have done. So yeah,
mhm.
I think uh also uh kind of a side note, the edit cubes where you customize by like sharpieing Sharpie cubes where you Sharpie out words in the card to make them funny. Uh yeah. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Can you hear me still? Or I
Yeah,
cut out.
I can hear you, buddy.
Okay. But yeah, no, playing sign cards, absolutely send it. You can even they're your property. Like you can, as long as you're not doing anything intentionally nefarious with them, you can doodle on them. You can give the characters glasses. You can give them si silly hair. You can extend their borders with beautiful acrylic painting, like some talented
Yeah.
people do. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, just it's property. It's a piece of cardboard at the end of the day, and you own it. So have fun with it.
Yeah, I think as long as you don't indent your cards to where the indents can be seen on the backside of your sleeves to where you have a little bit of an advantage, or like, here's an illegal thing, doing that, or like putting bins in your cards to where you can like realize what card is coming up next in your deck, that's illegal, right?
Yep. Yep. Then
Kind of
also.
any kind of cosmetic damage to a card or anything like that that tips you off as to what's next in your deck is illegal.
Yeah. And um, though, if be nice to someone if they are blind and they need Braille to read their cards, like that, I think let them have a pass. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like, oh man, man, this visually impaired person j just cheated the whole time by having bumps on their cards. The worst.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I do wonder though, again, like you own the piece of cardboard, do what you want with it. So I do wonder if there are ways to texture to for people to read Braille cards, or if they have like the sight apps on like a phone that would like tell them what they are, or what if you've ever played against a visually impaired person if and they used some sort of uh, aid to help them get through the game. What was it? What did that look like? I'm sincerely curious.
Yeah. Um, how to make Magic the Gathering more accessible for a blind player. Um, looks like quite a few. That's been brought up uh quite a few different times. There are people that have made Braille playing cards for visually impaired large print tactical or tactile poker cards. So I wonder if you could do that for how a blind guy brailles his Magic cards. There's a YouTube. Oh, that's cool. That's yeah.
Oh, so they brailled them
There's
themselves.
yeah, there's full on braille cards. That's cool.
That's
I
really cool.
remember this is from 10 years ago off Reddit. So I remember a blind player playing at a GP a few years ago. I don't remember exactly, but I believe she had brailled cards and had a judge shuffle her deck for her. All her opponents were required to announce what they were doing, which they should do anyway. Just ask the head judge beforehand. I'm sure your LGS would could work something out.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm glad that this game we love is available to even more people than I thought it was before. So,
Yeah. And
it,
someone said just also forgot to mention if you braille your cards, they become essentially worthless as they're now marked cards to regular players. Just don't go buying a $200 deck thinking you'll be able to sell the cards later.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's kind of a weird little note to add in there, but
I think that kind of
It was
goes to
cool.
what you said about like the signing of the cards. And then I
Yeah.
don't know, I love getting signatures on cards by the artists and stuff like that, or even like creators that I like. So
Yeah,
uh
if somebody's known for a certain card and getting them to sign like a signature card from them, it's really cool. Or I know I've seen people do this at MagicCon. They'll have their favorite deck, and then they'll have everyone that comes and visits them or comes to say hi, they'll have them sign their lands. So all of their lands are signed by a whole bunch of people that came and said hi to them, and then I think that's pretty sick.
that is really cool. If we have the uh I want a stack of I need to bring a stack of basics next time we go to a big con event. I think it'd be fun to have strangers sign
Yeah,
basics. That'd be fun. I like that idea a whole lot, and I will actively steal that. And theft is illegal, but I'll do it anyway.
yeah. Um, I know Sam and Josh have talked about it, and this is kind of getting off topic a little bit, but how do you feel about Magic on Las Vegas? Are you busy during that time?
Yeah, I can. So I won't be able to attend that one, but if anyone can, in the Hexproof Reward group, I absolutely want all the updates, all the pictures, all the good times to live vicariously through you. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Sam and Keith are going. I don't know if I can, but
Mhm.
yeah, they'll have a good time. Keep us updated.
Yeah. Hmm. Stay safe out there.
So, yeah.
Hey, but
Stay.
anyway, I did have uh this was of our plans. This was like uh plan C section B4 of things that we had plotted to do today. But I did sincerely have a fun time chatting with you, Nathan, and it's nice to bring it home with a silly topic.
Yeah, this was a fun time, and like you said, we had four other ideas for this episode, and they all came crashing down pretty quick on the same day, pretty
Yeah.
much. And this really worked out, and I had a fun time talking about illegal commander strategies with you, and just kind of hanging out and chatting with you for a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of a busy week, so we had to do it tonight. So it is what it is, and I think it was a fun episode. If you
Also,
guys like the episode, let us know. Or if you have
also,
other like illegal commander strategies, let us know. Sorry, Josh.
no, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I want to hear what dastardly things other people can come up with, and then we will absolutely mention any sort of legal strategies that you guys come up with in the next episode. 1,000%.
Before we go, I forgot to mention this earlier. Putting two soul rings in your deck or three soul rings in your deck, that's illegal. Uh,
Also, putting two one rings is pedantically wrong
yeah,
and illegal.
yep, yeah.
Yeah. With
Okay.
that, does this episode resolve?
I think this episode resolves.
Okay.
Great episode.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you like what you heard, you can continue to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also give us a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.